Most people think betrayal makes noise, but some secrets slip in quietly, in ways you'd never expect. He thought his day was normal, until one message changed everything. By tomorrow, someone in his family would try to steal more than just his money. What if one message could destroy everything you thought was safe? Not tomorrow, not someday, tonight. Because sometimes, the truth doesn't knock on the door. It lights up your phone. Most people believe betrayal arrives loudly. A slammed door, a raised voice, a confession. But sometimes, it slips in quietly. So quietly you don't even notice it at first. That evening felt ordinary. The sun was setting over the neighborhood, painting everything in soft gold. Cars parked neatly along the street. Neighbors finishing their day. Nothing felt wrong. Then his phone buzzed. Just once. He didn't rush to it. Probably spam. Or another reminder he couldn't afford to deal with tonight. But the screen lit up again. A message. No name he recognized. No explanation. Just a sentence that didn't belong. Short. Sharp. Unsettling. He read it once. Then again. Something about it felt off. For a moment he closed his eyes. Memories flashed. Laughter, warmer days, moments that once felt unbreakable. When he opened them, the room felt darker, the message still glowing in his hand. Silence filled the space. Outside, the last sunlight disappeared. Inside, something had shifted. He didn't know it yet. But this was the moment everything started to change. He read it once, then again. Something about it felt wrong, not threatening, not obvious, just enough to make his chest tighten. He didn't know it yet, but this was the moment everything started to change. Because before this night was over, he would see something he was never meant to see. The house stayed quiet. Too quiet. He set the phone down, but the feeling didn't leave him. It lingered, like something unfinished. Then he heard it. The soft click of the front door. Small footsteps. His daughter was home. Usually she'd call out to him. Tonight, she didn't. He glanced toward the hallway. She moved quickly past the living room, head down, backpack still on. No smile, no greeting. Just straight to her room. The door clicked shut. Not slammed, not loud, just closed. But something about it felt heavier than it should have. He waited a moment. Maybe she was tired. Maybe school had been rough. Kids have their moods. Still, something didn't sit right. He stood up slowly. The floor creaked beneath his steps. He told himself he was overthinking. But the silence in that hallway felt different now, thicker, like it was hiding something. He stopped outside her door. Light spilled faintly from beneath it. No music, no talking. Just the quiet sound of movement inside. His hand hovered near the handle, and for a second, he hesitated, because he had no idea that opening that door would change everything he thought he knew about his family. His fingers brushed the door lightly. He told himself not to overreact. Kids close doors. Kids need space. Still, something in his chest wouldn't settle. So he knocked once. Soft, careful. No answer. Just the faint rustle of movement inside. He slowly opened the door. Just a few inches. Enough to see inside. His daughter sat on the floor. Back turned to him. Surrounded by wrapping paper, tape, ribbon. Her hands moved carefully, like she didn't want to make a sound. For a moment, he didn't understand what he was seeing. It looked like she was wrapping a gift. But it wasn't her birthday, not a holiday, not anyone's celebration. And then he noticed what was in her hands. His breath caught. Because she wasn't wrapping a toy. She was wrapping a laptop. The same laptop he'd been using when the message arrived. His laptop. The one he used every day. The one he'd left on the kitchen table that morning. He stepped fully into the room. She froze, slowly turning toward him, eyes wide, like she'd just been caught doing something she wasn't supposed to. For a second, he almost smiled, thinking it was a surprise. Then the fear set in, and in that moment, he understood this wasn't a child's idea. Someone wanted that laptop, and they were closer to his family than he realized. He took a slow breath, careful not to sound angry, careful not to scare her. "Hey, what are you doing?" His voice came out softer than he expected. She looked down at the floor, fingers still gripping the wrapping paper. He stepped closer, slowly, like approaching something fragile. "Sweetheart, why are you wrapping my laptop?" Her shoulders tensed. She swallowed, eyes still fixed on the floor, and when she finally spoke, her voice was barely a whisper. "Because Grandma said I had to." The words landed heavier than he expected. Grandma. He blinked once, like he'd misheard her. His mind paused, trying to understand. "Grandma told you to wrap it?" She nodded. "She said it was important. She said not to tell you." The room suddenly felt colder. He felt something twist in his chest. This wasn't random. This wasn't innocent. Someone had planned this. Someone inside his family. And suddenly, that strange message on his phone didn't feel like a coincidence anymore. Why would his own family want his laptop? And why keep it from him? He sat on the edge of her bed, laptop resting in his hands. It suddenly felt heavier than it should. Not because of the metal, but because of what it meant. The message, the wrapping, the secrecy. None of it felt random anymore. He looked up at her gently. "Did Grandma say why she needed it?" She shook her head. "She just said it was important, and that you wouldn't understand." The words echoed in his mind. You wouldn't understand. That wasn't concern. That was planning. He opened the laptop slowly. The screen flickered to life. Everything looked normal at first. Emails, files, work documents. Then he noticed something odd. A folder he didn't remember creating, tucked between his usual files, hidden, but not completely. His pulse picked up slightly. He didn't click it yet. Something told him once he did, things wouldn't go back to normal. He glanced at his daughter, then back at the screen, because whatever was inside that folder might explain why his own family wanted this laptop in the first place. His hands hovered over the keys, knowing once he clicked it, nothing could stay the same. He exhaled slowly and opened the folder. The screen refreshed. A list of files appeared, scans, documents, bank statements, his bank statements, organized, renamed, compiled. His stomach tightened. These weren't random files. Someone had gone through his personal records, carefully, deliberately, and they had saved everything. Then he noticed one more file, not a document, a note, just 3 words. Transfer before Friday. His pulse spiked. A faint ringing filled his ears. The message suddenly made sense. Transfer what? And more importantly, who was it really for? He closed the laptop slowly, not slamming it, not reacting, just closing it. He looked at his daughter. She was watching him now, quiet, nervous, waiting to see if she was in trouble. He forced a small smile. "You're not in trouble," he said gently. Her shoulders relaxed just a little. "Did Grandma say when she was coming to get it?" She nodded. "Tomorrow." Tomorrow. That wasn't a suggestion. That was a deadline. He stood up slowly. "It's okay," he said. "I'll handle it." He placed the laptop back into his bag, not on the desk, not where anyone could grab it. Somewhere safe. Because whatever this was, It wasn't ending tomorrow. He stepped into the hallway and pulled out his phone. If someone wanted a transfer before Friday, he was going to find out exactly why. Tomorrow. That wasn't a suggestion. That was a deadline. And he didn't believe in coincidences anymore. He stepped into the hallway and pulled out his phone. He didn't scroll. He didn't hesitate. He went straight to her contact. It rang twice. Hello? Her voice sounded normal. Too normal. Hey, he said calmly. Quick question. Why do you need my laptop tomorrow? A pause. Just slightly longer than natural. Oh, she said lightly. I just need to print something. Print something. He leaned against the wall. What are you printing? It's not important, she replied. Is it about the transfer? He asked quietly. Silence. Heavy. Breathing on the other end. If someone wanted a transfer before Friday, he was going to find out exactly what they were planning. He stared at the phone for a moment. Then he pressed the call button. The ringing filled the quiet hallway. One ring. Two. Then. A click. Her voice came through the speaker. Soft. Familiar. Hello? For a brief second, he almost forgot why he called. Then the message flashed through his mind again. Tomorrow. He kept his voice calm. Hey. Mom. A small pause followed. Everything okay? She asked. He leaned against the wall. Yeah. I just wanted to ask you something. Her response came slower this time. What kind of question? Something in her tone had shifted, just slightly, but enough for him to notice. He chose his words carefully. Did you ask Emma to wrap my laptop? She answered immediately. Yes. No hesitation, no confusion, just one word. Yes. His stomach tightened, because that meant one thing. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This had been planned. But then she added something unexpected. I thought you knew. He frowned. Knew what? Her answer came slowly. About the transfer. His heart skipped. The hallway suddenly felt colder. Because suddenly, this didn't feel like a secret anymore. It felt like a plan. He realized something terrifying. His mother wasn't hiding the plan. She thought he was part of it. And suddenly, he understood something even worse. Someone had been planning this for weeks. He forced his voice to stay steady. Mom. What transfer? Her answer came quickly. You mean you didn't check your account yet? His grip tightened around the phone. No, he said slowly. I haven't. Something about her confusion didn't feel right. I thought that's why you told Emma to wrap the laptop, she said. He frowned. I didn't tell Emma anything. The words hung between them. Then she spoke again. Well, someone did. Someone. The word echoed in his mind. Mom. What account are you talking about? The savings account, she replied. The one your father left you. His stomach dropped. He hadn't touched that account in years. His father's account. And suddenly, the message made terrifying sense. Mom, he said quietly, I didn't ask anyone to transfer that money. For the first time, she sounded uneasy. Then why? She whispered. Did someone send me the instructions? And in that moment, he understood something chilling. Someone wasn't just trying to steal his father's money. They were using his own family to get it. He ended the call slowly. The hallway fell quiet again. Too quiet. He walked back into the bedroom. Emma had already fallen asleep, curled under the blanket, peaceful. The laptop bag sat on the chair beside the bed. Waiting. He opened the laptop again. The same folder, the same files. But this time, he looked closer. One document had a small note attached. An email address. Not his, not his mother's. Someone else's. And the name beside it made his chest tighten. He whispered the name under his breath. Daniel, his cousin. Daniel worked in finance. Daniel knew about the inheritance. And lately, Daniel had been having money problems. Then the memory surfaced. Last week, Daniel visiting the house, borrowing the laptop for just a minute. Suddenly, everything fit together. The instructions, the laptop, the deadline. Daniel didn't need the laptop to steal the money. He only needed access once, long enough to send the transfer instructions, using his name. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe. More tales of betrayal, mystery, and revenge are coming soon, and you won't want to miss them. Comment below. What would you do if this happened to you?